Hey everyone, GT Smith here and welcome to another Blues News. I haven't done one of these in ages. In fact, I think this may be the second or the third one, but not many done for these. So in the last week there's been a lot of Blizzard stuff, especially World of Warcraft, or effectively mainly World of Warcraft. But first, let's cover some of the Diablo 3 news, because, well, Diablo 3 is a Blizzard game. It's something else I should cover. It's a game I play. They're not much regularly at the moment, but I have played and I do enjoy playing it. So, patch 1.4 or 1.04, whatever, is coming out next week or a couple of weeks, i.e. not long now. And it's going to be a crazy patch that changes a lot of things. New legendary items, new suffixes to old legendary items that give you crazy new things, such as a crossbow that roots something like jails the enemy you hit, or a axe that does the butcher's grab. If you've played Diablo 3, the butcher, one of the bosses in Act 1, he has this thing where he flails and then they grab you to him so he can smash you. Well, you'll get an axe that can do that. You'll be able to get a ring that when you get hit, there's a chance of it summoning a treasure goblin, which increase gold and stuff that'll happen there. But another big change is the Paragon leveling system. Basically, people have moaned there's not enough to do at endgame, and that is a worry that Blizzard said was valid and something they needed to assess. And there was all this issue about Magic Find gear swapping, doing most of the boss in your normal gear and then swapping to Magic Find gear just before he dies, so you get bonus Magic Find. Well, they've kind of found a way to do something like that with the Paragon leveling system. The Paragon leveling system, once you reach level 60, you'll then build level Paragon, which goes from 1 to 100, where level 1 will be effectively the same time as 59 to 60 of normal leveling, and then get increasingly harder, and you'll gain effectively bonus stats each level equivalent to what you would have got from the normal level, and plus 3% Magic Find at each level. Which means you can go up to 300% Magic Find, and they're also capping Magic Find at 300%. So what does this mean? Well, actually it kind of removes, in the long term, Magic Find gear, because as you level up more and more, Magic Find gear is less needed. So it means that you can remove it, and once you reach full Paragon level, well, you don't need Magic Find gear whatsoever because it has no effect. Obviously, the Nephilium bonus, the stacks of Nephilium Valor, that will still be on top of that. That 300% cap doesn't apply to, doesn't include the Nephilium Valor. So you can still go on top of that with the Nephilium Valor thing, which, if you don't know, is when you're level 60 and you can elite pack in, I think, Inferno mode, you may get it in other modes, you effectively gain a stack of Nephilium Valor, but you will lose that, you do lose stacks when you die, or you change spec, you'll change your talent, your abilities and stuff. And what that does is increase your Magic Find by some percentage and stacks up to 5 times. Well, in the next patch for Diablo 3, it will include the 15% magic and actually give you 15% experience to count towards the Paragon levels. So overall, I think this is actually quite an interesting thing that will revitalise the game somewhat. They're obviously trying to refine the game, improve the game. I think what a lot of people don't really think, everyone goes, oh, Diablo 2 is so amazing, Diablo 3 is so terrible. Well, Diablo 2 is a very old game, and there was obviously, a lot of you may not have got it until halfway through the game, or later, and obviously, through the game's lifetime, in the time it's been out, and obviously there's been a lot of patches to that game as well, which changed it. So obviously, Diablo 3 is not a lost cause. It will be patched, it will improve, and it will get better. Then there'll be expansions and everything. Diablo 3 will improve, I guarantee it, because Blizzard are a game that try to improve what they've done. They make mistakes, they're human beings, but they will improve it. Speaking of which, making mistakes and improving it, let's go on to World of Warcraft, where people have been saying that Cataclysm is the worst expansion ever, even worse than Wrath. Now, towards the end of Cataclysm, I can kind of see it. At the beginning, Cataclysm was amazing. Firelands I love the raid, Firelands. I do believe Dragon Soul, they started nerfing it far too early, and I do believe they should never touch hard mode, never nerf hard mode, because it's meant to be hard. But that's neither here nor there. Mr. Pandaria is on the horizon, and has been given a release date of September the 26th? I think, yeah, September 26th UK or 25th midnight, yeah, UK. 25th, 6th, that kind of thing, and it's going to be amazing. I've been in the beta, if you've watched any of my videos, and I do need to get a couple more beta videos out. It's just going to be amazing. And there is one thing that highlights that. The cinematic for Miss Pandaria, which I think has been one of the best opening cinematics for an expansion I've ever seen. You had the, oh, my son, you have responsibilities and you'll soon be king of the Lich King. And you have the, you were not prepared. Which, both were fine, both were good, but both very serious. Cut to Miss Pandaria. Cue a orc crawling up into the jungle from a shipwreck and just walking away. And then cut to a human taking the ore from his ship and cutting it with his blade into a spear, so he has a spear and a sword. Then the human starts walking through the jungle with his spear ready to try and fight, because obviously he doesn't know anyone. The rest of his he may be a scout sent from the ship, the survivors of the shipwreck. Anyway, while he's going out there, the orc ambushes him and they fight each other. The orc breaking a Pandaren statue thing to start smacking with the head, but the human holds his own. Despite the brute strength of him thrown at him, the human holds his own. And then they charge at each other and they hit. But as their weapons collide, a third weapon joins the fray and pushes them both back. A Pandaren monk steps out of the mist and basically continues to kick their ass, disarming the orc in the process. Now this is amazing. After he's there, goes like, I'm here, folks. And then the orc and human are standing there side by side, both dumbstruck, and the human actually hands his spear to the orc, going like, you might need this. And obviously they fight it. Problem with that is they still kind of show their enemies. The orc charges in separately to the human, because obviously I guess the human's hoping that the orc can weaken the Pandaren and die in the process, and he can kill it off. But the Pandaren doesn't fight. He withdraws, saying, beats them up a bit and then withdraws, saying, look, and makes all the mist disappear that's surrounding them and reveals the Pandarian continent behind them in all these towns and villages. And actually what I like, it was amazing because, the Kung Fu kind of, the martial arts style of disarming them, beating them up so very quickly. And the fact that it's Shen Stormstout being absolutely epic, awesome. But that's not just the only cinematic we've seen this week. No, we've seen 3 more cinematics they've added to the beta this week. The introduction for the Alliance, one of the Alliance introduction cinematics and one of the Horde introduction cinematics. Now these are cinematics where on Miss Pandaria release day, you'll get a quest that appears in your quest box to go into the keep. As you go into the keep, this cinematic starts. And the cinematic for the Alliance is amazing. It's, Variant concerned over his son that was being sent, I guess, for trading or diplomatic mission that's been ambushed by the Horde. And you basically sent as a special rescue guy to go and get him. The Horde, by comparison, no offense, I'm an Alliance player, so obviously this will be biased, but the Horde is kind of like terrible. It was amazing cinematic and it shows the Horde, but it just shows how bloodthirsty and arrogant and evil Garrosh kind of is. The Alliance, those Horde ships here. No, I'm just trying to get my son. We need to get my son. The Garrosh is, we will paint, what? You allowed the Alliance to get to this new continent first? Go there, take the fleets, and run the land, cover the land with their blood. And I'm like, dude, that is, what? A new land, and you're so concerned about this new land that you don't even want to see what's there, you just want to paint it with Alliance blood? Dude, that's cold. For a guy that hasn't obviously learned any of the lessons, the guy that's like, we don't kill innocents, drop you, Krumgosh, off one of the Tauren settlements, to go in like this, yeah, he's going to commit the war crimes that basically makes him a raid boss, or part of a raid boss at the end of the expansion. I can see that so easily in that, and that's really amazing because they've set him up, even now they're setting him up to be that guy. And there was also a third cinematic added in the beta, which is actually part of the new quest. Basically, if you've been following the beta, the first zone, Jade Forest, was open, then shut off for a while, and basically reworked. And this cinematic's added into the reworked Jade Forest. And basically, there's this quest, this serpent statue you kind of help rebuild, and there's this. Oh, I haven't done it yet. I need to try and do it, or I may wait till live to do it. We have a battle between the Alliance and Horde. And basically, the Alliance and the Horde, you've been like fixing this Jade thing, but you can't fix the third picture. You don't know how to fix it. It just won't fix. And so, anyway, the guy that's helped you fix it, like, what can that third picture be? What could the Emperor of old have been warning us? And it shows these two Pandan fighting, and shows the Shah, actually, as the Horde and Alliance armies clash, which are basically a single Horde, a single Alliance, and then their allies fighting. You see the third picture complete itself, and it's a Shah. And this statue in the middle of the fight breaks, and a Shah comes out of it. Now, whether that's the Shah Fear that's meant to be part of the raid bosses, I have no idea. But it was an amazing cinematic. And I will put the links to all 3 cinematics on YouTube below, just so you can watch them. They're absolutely amazing. On that note, actually, I want to give my general opinions, because we're only a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks maybe, away from Miss Pandaria release. And I want to give some of my comments on the beta. Beta is absolutely fun. The fact they're still changing bits and trying to perfect it is absolutely amazing. I will be doing another video. I want to do the new introduction for the Alliance, because if you see my first Jade Forest video, the Alliance barely had an introduction. Well, now they've got one, and I want to video it for you guys, because, you know, there are a lot of Alliance people out there that don't get, you know, we haven't had a lot of love in the Cataclysm. We lost a lot of land, we were pushed around, we didn't get any of the epic fights we were promised, and heck, we're not even sure we're going to get the quest line that, Chris Metzen promised us during the pre-quest, where he goes, your king will become the High King of the Alliance. And the only thing we know we're going to get in a couple of weeks is the Pheromore event. Obviously, there's going to be some quests involved in it as well, I think. And hopefully we see the king become the High King. If not, then they kind of neglected us again. And actually, that's another thing to speak of, is the pre-event that's coming. The pre-patch, which will give you the new talent trees and everything, is coming in 2 weeks, I think, on, what is it? It's meant to be coming August the 29th, 30th, that kind of thing. So yeah, it comes out next week. It comes out, because it's Monday the 20th, it comes out next Wednesday. Ooh, day before I go up to uni again. So that's when that happens. So yes, we've got a lot of love for Miss Pandaria coming. I love it to bits. The beta's amazing fun. Class changes are fun. Overall, the whole game's fun. Now, I haven't been playing a lot of World of Warcraft recently. Been busy. Summer stuff. Other games been playing a lot of League of Legends. And I actually do want to start doing some League of Legends video coverage. Proper video coverage, not just discussions on it. But anyway. So, that's it for the Blues News this time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you're viewing this and this is the first video of mine, do check out my other videos on my channel, or maybe some of them at the side, but you can go to my channel at the top. If you like, please obviously like the video and rate up and comment. Those kind of things help me, well, they encourage YouTubers like me to keep doing these videos. Overall, it's a really good thing to do. And obviously, if you like my videos, do subscribe. Obviously, that way you can see more of my videos when they're uploaded in the future. So, thank you very much for watching the Blues News. I've been GT Smith, and I'll see you next time.